Last Wednesday, Windsorites were invited to the Capitol Theatre for a town hall discussion regarding the city and its transit options. Susan Pedler and Tony Doucette of CBC hosted the event, asking various panelists their views on methods of transportation throughout Windsor. Among the panelists were Carrie Gignac, the chair of the Windsor Bicycling Committee, Pat Delmore, Director of Operations of Transit Windsor, Andre Capoli, President of the University of Windsor Student Alliance, and Ed Bernard, the Chair of Research and Development Committee of the Canadian Association of Mould Makers. A microphone was also set up at the back of the room as the audience was encouraged to address their concerns. Although the night featured discussion on various transport methods, busing was the focal point of the evening. Delmore was the most active of panelists, as he was hard-pressed by questions from audience members, the hosts, and online participants.
One of the things I was astounded to learn this week in our coverage on these issues is that the routes haven't changed substantially since 1979. Sure. I find that impossible to believe given how much the city would have changed in that time. Why has that taken so long to do something about?
The changes that have occurred since 1979 have been, as I mentioned earlier, piecemeal changes. So, for example, a new subdivision comes in, and let's use East Windsor as an example of that. We've taken existing bus routes and changed the routing structure, made it to service one area to put service in a new area. It's not the best situation, but again, it's using the funding dollars that we're provided with to provide the best that we can do.
Aside from issues with bus routes, Delmore addressed some other concerns, such as the universal bus pass for university students and headroom within the buses themselves.
We've been having major discussions about that. We're hearing from our riders, we're hearing from our drivers, just how busy it is out there. We've done some really strong passenger counts to build the business case to increase the service levels. But what we've already talked with the UWSA, if the U-Pass does pass, by September, the frequencies of the Transway 1C and the Crosstown 2 will be increased. Currently, they're at 15 minutes during the peak hours, and that would increase to 10 minutes.
Concerns about bike paths throughout Windsor was another issue the panel speculated upon. Steve Colcole, President and Chair of Bike Friendly Windsor in Essex, said this is an issue that should be acted upon.
They definitely need work in terms of the road condition themselves, as well as the number of bike lanes, and the fact that the network of bike lanes doesn't connect very well currently.
Windsorites are encouraged to travel by bike or bus rather than using residential vehicles. Signing off from MediaPlex News Now, I'm Colin Croteau.